Let me walk you step by step how to build a Telegram AI agent that receives a YouTube video from you, transcribes it, and sends a quick summary to you in just 5 seconds. Alright, we are in n8n. If you don't know what n8n is, it's basically an AI automation orchestration platform. Just head to n8n.io, create an account, come into your workspace and click create workflow. All of this should take 1 minute to do. Okay, we are in our workflow. So first thing I want to do is to rename it into Telegram AI agent. And the first node we want is the Telegram trigger. So I write Telegram here and click on message. It means that this system will trigger once we send a message in Telegram to our bot. And speaking of our bot, let's head to Telegram and create it. We're in Telegram. The thing that you need to do is to come to the search bar that will be right here and search for Botfather. Botfather is, let's say, like a tool where you can create your AI bots. So I'm gonna write new bot, I'll give it a name and also a nickname that ends in bot. Then our bot is created. Now we just need to copy this API token here and also click on this link here. This will allow us to chat with our new bot. Heading back to n8n, I'll double click on our trigger, click here and choose to create a new credential. Then I'll just copy and paste the API token that we just copied. It's currently testing the connection and it's connected successfully. I'll just rename it to YouTube transcriber, click save again, and our trigger is ready to go. Let's test it out. So I'll just click execute step, head into Telegram to our bot, right? Okay, we can see that our workflow is executed successfully. Let's check the result. The output is, the text is okay, the date is correct, everything looks correct. Now the next step is to actually transcribe the YouTube video that we'll send to the bot. For this, we'll use a tool called Epify. And if you don't know what Epify is, it's basically a library of different scrapers. Here we have Google Maps scraper, Instagram scraper, TikTok scraper, and many different scrapers that we rent and they work for us. So what you need to do is to create an account on Epify. You can go with the free tier, and then for the purpose of this video, I'll use this scraper right here. I'll attach a link down in the description and also in the school lesson I'll put on my free school community. You can find all of those down into the description. When you're right here on the actor, just click save as new task and rename it to something like YouTube transcriber. Click continue, click here on JSON and click here to copy this JSON structure right here. Save it somewhere because you'll need it later on this video. We are back in our n8n instance. Let's click the plus icon here, type Epify, and if you're using the Epify node for the first time, you have to install it, but don't worry, it's straightforward. You just write Epify like I did, and here you have a button to install it. It takes around 30 seconds. Then choose run an actor and get dataset. To make our connection to Epify right here, just head to your Epify account, click on the settings, API and integrations, and copy your API key from here. Now back to our Epify node, we will just do the same as with Telegram. You click create new credential, and here you can either use this to connect your account or you can put the API key that we just copied. Next step is to choose our newly created actor. So just click here on the list and find your actor. Next, here on the input JSON, let's click on expression. Let's delete this, and you should paste the JSON that you just copied 30 seconds ago, and everything else should be fine. I've put an example YouTube URL to test the node with it. Let's click execute step, and we can see that the output is correct. Here I have the full transcript of this video. Perfect. The next thing we want is an AI agent that will use some LLM model to summarize the video and write us the summary in a convenient format that we want. So for this purpose, I'll click on the plus and I'll write AI agent, click enter. Here, instead of chat trigger node, I'll choose define below, and I'll also add a system message. For the chat model, I personally like to use OpenRouter, which is this one right here. And if you don't know what OpenRouter is, it's basically a library of all the popular large language models out there. I like to use it because sometimes I need to switch from model to model and I don't want to have 5 different API keys in a place better to just have one API key and to be able to use all of the models out there. And of course, if you already know how to get your OpenAI or Anthropic API keys, you can use those as your chat models, but for the purpose of this video, I'll use OpenRouter and I'll show you how you can use it too. First, you need to sign up from here. I've already done that. Just click on Get API Key, and here you can create yours. Come back to n8n, click on the plus here, type OpenRouter, click enter, click new credential, paste the API key you just copied. Right here, you can choose which model you want to use. For the purpose of this video, I'll use GPT 4.1 mini. And now the one thing left is to set up the prompts for our AI agent. Here is the system prompt. Of course, you can customize it to your needs, but for the purpose of this video, I'll keep it simple. And for the user prompt, click on expression first. Then I'll just summarize the following YouTube video transcript. Click on text here and drag it right here. This basically acts as a variable which is consisting of our video transcript. Done. Now we have our AI agent setup, and the last part is to create the answer node. How to do that? Click on the plus here, write Telegram again, and choose send a text message. Right here, choose your Telegram connection, same as the first node. Resource is message, operation is send message. For the chat ID, click on the drop down here, choose your Telegram trigger, find here chat ID, just drag and drop it here. And for the text, let's first use our AI agent to transcribe the video and summarize it. Then we'll use this variable to put on the text here. But before that, one important thing, let's first make the Epify node work with a dynamic YouTube URL and not with only the static one that we've provided it. Let's click on execute workflow, come back to our Telegram bot and put just a random YouTube link. Now we can see that our workflow is running and has executed successfully. By the way, before clicking on execute workflow, make sure that on this node send a text message. You have something here in the text because otherwise it won't trigger the automation. Going back into our Epify node, here as we can see we are putting a static YouTube URL. Now I want to delete this and drag and drop the text right here. Now the YouTube URL is dynamic. Also, next step is to click on this last Telegram node right here, and on the text field just delete the text that you've put and drag and drop the output from the AI agent. That is all. Now we have our system in place. Let's test it out. First, I'll click publish, and here you can write your version name. I'll just write v1. It is published now, which means that it is active. Whenever we send a YouTube URL to this Telegram bot, it will write us back the summary. Let's test it out. I will again send it the same video. Click enter and it sends us back the summary of this video. Great, now we have working system in place. By the way, if you want to remove this n8n mark right here, just head back to n8n, click on the last Telegram node right here, click here on add field, click on append n8n attribution and turn it off. After that, don't forget to click here on publish to save your changes. I'll just write v2 and publish it again. Congratulations, now you have a working Telegram AI assistant in your pocket that transcribes and summarizes every YouTube video that you send to it. If you want to see more systems like this one, drop a comment down below and let me know what kind of system you want to see. Links for the tools used and also the prompts for the AI agent will be in my free Scale community below this lesson. I'll leave a link down in the description. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.